I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you're easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's reading will be on the topic of quick messages from my spirit guides. What do my spirit guides need me to know right now? These messages will be very quick and succinct and to the point. So you have 4 pals to choose from left to right, pal 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't worry about what it says on the cards, just pick intuitively. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pal number 1, welcome to your reading. So what your spirit guides want you to know right now is that they're helping you accomplish a goal that you are currently trying to accomplish. Though it may not seem like anything is really happening right now in your reality, they are working very hard in collaboration with you in the 5D and the higher realms to get this manifestation to actually come to fruition in the 3D realm. I see you definitely trying to get something to work. You guys are probably trying to do, like, actively trying to manifest. You might be doing affirmations, might be doing scripting or visualizations or spell work or whatever it is. And you might be wondering, are they actually listening to me? Are they actually helping me, or am I on my own with this? So no, you're not on your own with this task that you're trying to accomplish. The thing that they want you to know, though, is that what you are asking for, it's slightly off. So I get the impression that you're asking for something, it's like kind of like a 2-layer thing, kind of like a donut that has a filling inside. So while you're asking for the donut, they're going to bring you the donut, but you might be asking for, I don't know, cream filling, vanilla cream filling, and they're going to give you strawberry cream filling. I don't know, guys. I don't really eat donuts. So, but it's going to be pretty like a donut. So basically it's like you're asking for something, you're trying to manifest something, but you're manifesting mainly from a stance of being disappointed in the past, you being limited in terms of what you think you can actually get and what you think is actually possible based on failures in the past, things not working out in the past, maybe things that you heard and things that you were trying in the past that didn't work out. So what you did is that you lowered your bar a bit, and now you're trying to manifest from a state of limitation. So what they're actually trying to do, or what they are doing, your spirit guides, they are helping you to expand your horizons, expand your vision to include the old things that you used to want, but that you gave up on because you thought it was impossible. So there is like a slight shift and some expansion in your dreams and your goals that needs to happen. So they're actually helping you rewrite your goals and your manifestations. So that is why it appears that they're not actually working right now. They're not actually coming to fruition, is because they're trying to get you to increase it, essentially, make it better. And this is already something that you want. But like I said, with the Magician in the Mirror in reverse next to the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, it's like this is something that you kind of wanted before previously, but you gave up on it thinking that, nah, it's not going to work because of some failures. Or, what you need to do is, like, you need to listen to your inner thoughts, when you're by yourself, when you're thinking about this goal, or when you're not really thinking, what pops into your head? Like, do you randomly think, it would be great if I can do this? Like, say this has something to do with a career or a job. You might be thinking randomly, it would be great if I could, be a pilot, for example. And then right away, your egoic mind, or the mind that's coming from past failures and trauma, is saying, no, you can't do this because of A, B, and C. So stick to your manifestation, your goal, which is something that you like less, but that you think you can get. So let's say flight attendant, for example. Let's just stick to the same field. So originally you probably wanted to be a pilot, but for whatever reason you feel like, oh no, I can't do that. So you're trying to manifest a goal of being a flight attendant, but what your spirit guides are trying to do is to get you to go back to that original goal of being a pilot. So that's just a random example. It doesn't have to be anything to do with career. It could be something else, could be any area of your life. But you need to upgrade it. Essentially, you need to upgrade it. And you already know what you truly want, but you are limiting yourself. So definitely your spirit guides are helping you with this, but they're helping you with it in terms of helping you to expand first. And then after you expand, your manifestation is going to come through. Right now, when you're still working from this Magician in the mirror in reverse next to the fourth chakra kind of energy, nothing is really going to come to fruition in the 3D realm. So that's what the delay is. The delay is that the universe and the spirit guides specifically are waiting for you to just expand your dreams and go back to your core, your authentic self, what you truly wanted before people told you as a child or a teenager or in your early adult life that you couldn't do this, or before you told yourself, before society told you that you should want something else, before you had failures, etc., etc., etc. So definitely we end off here with the Sun card and the cornucopia. So definitely your dreams, your aspirations are coming to pass, and I really do feel like they're coming to pass faster than you think. I know you're hoping that they're going to come to pass quickly, but based on your past experiences, I don't think you're that hopeful. Like you're thinking, it's probably going to take months or something like that. But it's going to come to pass faster than you think. But it's dependent on you expanding your vision. Once again, like I said. And what you actually get is represented here by the Sun and the cornucopia. These are probably two of the best cards in the entire deck. So it's like what you're going to get is going to exceed your expectations by like a lot. Like looking back at this day now, when you do get this manifestation, when you look back on this day, you're going to think, well, man, I would have never thought that I would have gotten this. That's exactly what you're going to be thinking. When this manifestation comes through, you will be thinking, man, a month ago or 6 months ago or a year ago or 2 years ago, I would never have thought that I could have gotten this, that I could be here. That's what's going to happen. So yeah, they're definitely helping you. They're definitely listening to you. The universe is working with you, but it's not working in the direction that you want it to work. It's kind of working in like a sneaky kind of snake curving kind of direction, where it's trying to first go around and get you to increase your standards, your goal, and then it's going to shoot it straight up to get to this. Hopefully that makes sense. So those are your messages. I hope that helps you, and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? So this spread appears to have a very, very heavy love theme to it. So don't think this isn't your pile if this has nothing to do with love. It's just that the energies, the undercurrent energies, will be applicable to your situation. But this really feels like most of you guys are here because of some love decisions specifically that you're trying to make. And I just want to point out that your underdeck energy for the energy oracle is actually the 5th chakra in reverse. And that is very much in alignment with your first 2 cards here. The affirmation touchstone card and touchstone card, and the become your own authority Arthur of Tintagel card. Basically, you guys are not living your truth right now. You guys are not speaking up for yourself. There is someone or some situation in your life, and it really feels heavily like romance, but it could be anything. Like I said, don't think this is in your pile if it's something else. But there's definitely some situation and or some people in your life or a person to whom that you are not speaking up. You want something and they're not giving you what you want right now. And your spirit guides are here to get you to speak up for yourself and to be your own authority, like it says in that card, and to be very firm with your boundaries and be very, very firm about your decisions, to not waver on your decisions, to not waver on what you want, and to go your own way. If that means breaking up with someone, then that means breaking up with someone. Because there's something out of alignment here in your life. Whatever this is for you that you're kind of on the precipice of, you're kind of teeter-tottering, you're like, should I leave or should I go? Essentially, regardless of what theme this is for you guys, you should be able to apply this question to it. Should I leave or should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I keep talking to them? Should I ditch them? Should I ignore them? It's something about staying in a situation and putting up with something, or leaving a situation and sort of being in the unknown realm. So that is what's happening for you guys right now. You need to be your own authority. Someone or some situation is taking away your autonomy. They or the situation is dictating to you how you spend your time, perhaps how you spend your money, how you spend whatever resources you have. They may be draining your energetic resources. It may be it, or they may be draining your money. This is probably also a decision to do between money and stability, financial stability, and love. Whether that's love with someone else or self-love. This really feels like two directions. Either you're going to stay somewhere to be financially stable, like a job or a romantic partnership where the person is paying for your apartment, your rent, your bills, etc. Or to go off into another direction somewhere where you love. So it might be a career that you like better than this old one, but that you don't know if it's going to pay as much, especially not at the beginning. Or to go off and to find true love and to stop staying with this romantic partner simply because he or she is paying for you and is giving you financial assistance, but to go off and actually find true love. And someone is definitely trampling over your autonomy, like I said, and they're trampling over your free will, your decisions, and your boundaries. You guys are having right now, you guys have very poor boundaries. Whatever this situation is for you guys, you have very, very, very poor boundaries. I see you right now wanting to leave. You want to make a change, but you feel like you're stuck, and it really, really feels like it's something to do with stability, financial stability. You feel stuck. But you're falling out of love with this situation or these people or this person. You're falling out of love with them, and you want to move on to find emotional fulfillment and true love and happiness elsewhere. Like I said, regardless of what situation this is, you want to find true love and happiness elsewhere, and you're not getting it from this person, this place, or these people. So your spirit guides are here to tell you to stand up for yourself, do what you want to do, and to be more firm about your boundaries, because you guys seriously have a boundary issue. It might be you have a boundary issue in general, and that's one of the karmic patterns that you incarnated to fix. Or it just could be like this person or the situation is like your one weak spot when it comes to your boundaries. You might be very firm in other aspects of your life, but when it comes to romance, or when it comes to work, or when it comes to family or parents or friends, it's like this one area of your life where you just have very, very like loose boundaries. You have to cut that out. You have to fix that, because this situation, this pattern is going to continue to repeat itself until you fix this. Your spirit guides are kind of like waiting on the precipice for you to like make a decision that goes with your boundaries, that goes with your true self and what you truly want to do. They can't really step in and help you until you make a firm decision that you want to move in the direction that's in alignment with your true self and what you truly want. Until you make that firm decision and take actions towards that, they're kind of just sitting there like on the fence, watching this situation play out and watching you go through unnecessary trauma and hurt and pain and depression and sadness, and having your energy and your life force drained for like no real reason other than the fact that you're just afraid to leave this situation. So if you feel like you're trapped financially, because there really seems to be some sort of financial issue attached to this, if you feel like you're trapped financially, yes, ask your ancestors and ask your spirit guides for help to clear a path for you to get out because of finances. But you need to make a very firm decision. Tell them, speak to them, say, listen, I am through with the situation. I am ready. I'm seriously ready to leave this right now. I just need help getting out of here because I don't have the money to move apartments, or I don't have the money to switch jobs. or something like that, and say, I need help to open up the pathway in terms of financial stability or whatever that you feel is blocking you from leaving. Whatever is blocking you from leaving has nothing to do with your heart. I don't care. Like, if you think, oh, I love this guy or I love these people, no, you don't. And even if this is family, you might love them to a point where it's like, yes, we're related. I appreciate that they raised me and all this crap. But do you truly, truly love these people? Like, if you guys were not blood related, you would have kicked them to the curb like ages ago. And so it's not so much like your heart is attached to this. Like, I'm really seeing something about stability. You either live with these people, or this is your job that you're having an issue with, or this man or this woman is paying your bills. There's something about you feeling like, I can't leave because I don't have money, or I don't have anywhere else to go, or I don't have any other options. So speak to your spirit guide, say, listen, I'm ready to leave. I've had enough of this. I'm ready to cut this karmic cycle and like nip it in the butt right now so it doesn't repeat. But I need your assistance to clear the path for me to be able to financially leave. Okay. And they're going to get off of the fence, because I see them kind of like sitting on a wall or sitting on a fence, like just waiting for you to finally make a damn decision about this. They're finally, when you do that, they're going to get off of the fence and actually help you with this. But when they open a path for you to leave, even if it seems not very exciting, or not something that you would have chosen. If it seems like, ugh, I don't really want this. Like, say, for example, you're living with someone and you need to leave the apartment. And if the only option that opens up after you make this declaration to your spirit guides is you crashing on a blow up mattress in the living room floor of some acquaintance who you don't really know very well. It may not be the best, but it's temporary. It's like a temporary transition. It's like, because chances are, because you're in this teeter-tottery mode and you've been in this for a while, chances are when your spirit guides do open up a path for you to leave, to get out, it's not going to be the brightest opportunity. It's not going to be like have a huge star or a huge sunflower attached to it. It's going to seem kind of like when you're in the woods, you see how she's in these dark woods. It's going to seem like, oh, a little path opened up in these dark woods, but I'm still in the dark woods, but at least there's a little path. So don't expect sunshine and brightness and hearts and all of that. Chances are you're not going to get it. This is a general reading, so whatever situation this is, wherever you are in your karmic cycle, you might very well get it, but I'm telling you right now, you probably will not get a big happy way out. It's going to be something that's a little bit like, ugh, I wouldn't have really picked this if I had any other choice, but it's going to, a choice, an opening is going to pop up. So you take that, and then when you take that, then say to them, okay, yeah, I'm here. Can you help me get something better? And then they're going to help you get something better. So don't be surprised if this has something to do with an apartment, that intermediately you're going to be sleeping on someone's couch or something like that before you're able to get your own apartment. Or if this has something to do with a job, don't be surprised if you're unemployed for a few months and you have to go on welfare or unemployment before you can get another job or something like that. So, just take what they bring you and be grateful for it, okay? And stick up for yourself. So those are your messages. I hope that helps you and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? They want you to know that you can do this. You can do this. You have all of the knowledge and all of the skills inherent, buried in you from generations or like lifetimes of doing this. It might be also generations in terms of your ancestry, but also like lifetimes in terms of you being an older soul. You guys are coming off a little bit older in terms of your soul. You have a lot of wisdom, and you can also channel, it appears. Most of you guys can also channel wisdom from higher realms, and you're also capable of interpreting it properly, like taking it, things that appear to be a little bit more abstract, and like pondering on it, meditating on it, and making it fit into very mundane, specific situations. So I feel like your spirit guides have a tendency to give you little bits and pieces of information intuitively, and also, through other pick a cards, or through just when you're walking down the street, or if you hear a song, or wherever they like to give you information, bits and pieces. It's like bits and pieces that you have to like put together, like a more like a cake, less to do with a puzzle and more kind of like a cake. Like they give you these ingredients and you need to like put it together and bake a cake so you can actually eat it and survive, like bake a bread or something like that. So this is kind of what I'm picking up, and it's like, because you're an older soul, you have the ability to grab onto these raw ingredients of knowledge whenever you so need it. So if you feel like you're stuck in some sort of situation, why don't you ask your spirit guides, ask the universe, ask the cosmos, give me some wisdom on this. Give me some knowledge on this. You can even ask your higher self, because your higher self has the wisdom from all of these past lives. Why not give me some wisdom on this? Give me some knowledge on this. Give me some help on this. What can I do to get through this? What can I do to fix this, to get through this situation? And you're going to get bits and pieces of information, and you guys, it might help you guys seriously to write things down. I'm really picking up like this group, you guys are heavy writers. I would seriously, if you don't currently have a journal, I would go out and buy one today and start writing things down. Even if at first you're writing things down in point form in jot notes, and then afterwards you have to go back in and take all the random jot notes and put it together in proper paragraphs, then by all means do that. But I really feel like you guys would benefit from having a notebook handy and writing things down. Even if you're out and about, like, and you get a flash of inspiration or some wisdom, write it down in the notes app in your phone. So it's like, I feel like you guys are asking for help for something, and it's like, I kind of feel like it's kind of like you're asking for help for something, but you already have the answers here. It's like the mother here who already had her baby, the wisdom here who's like, she thinks that she's just a human, but she can't see all of the rose petals around her, which represents wisdom in this card. It's like the man here who is trying to ask someone else for help, but he can't see the blue orb in his throat that can just speak the answers back to him without him having to wait for someone else to speak the answers to him. It's like this woman who's looking at you here saying, hey, can you help me? I need help. I need some information. And she's literally holding the book and the scroll, and she has a butterfly spirit guide and some plants here who she can whisper to ask and get the information. And look, she even has more books here. And it's like also this magician is like, hey, can you help me? And it's like, you literally have water, ice, air, and fire in your hands. Like, who are you asking, dude? This is what I'm picking up from this. So you guys are heavily intuitive. You guys are channelers here. I would have you guys are all channelers. How you best channel your information is probably going to vary, but you have some sort of clear scent, at least one, where your spirit guides like to give you the most information. And if not, or in addition to that, you may read a lot, or you may daydream a lot, or you may like to eavesdrop on people's conversations or something. And this is where you're going to get the information. It's kind of like wherever your mind usually goes is wherever you usually get your most information. So if you're an avid daydreamer and you intend to daydream a lot, chances are you're going to get the bulk of your answers from daydreaming. If you tend to sleep a lot because you're always tired and you're like taking multiple naps throughout the day, then you're probably going to get your most, or you sleep longer during the nighttime than most people, whereas most people might say, oh, I only sleep like 6 hours, and you're like, what are you talking about? I sleep like 9 or 10. Then it's probably because you get most of your information, your downloads, through dreamscape. If you read a lot, you read more than the average person, then you probably get it through books. If you listen to more music than the average person, then you probably get it through music. it's like wherever you tend to put most of your mental attention is where you get you get the bulk of your information. But like I said, it's also, it would be dispersed in multiple areas as well, but this would just be the bulk place, the first place that you should go to look for your answers. So this reading, this pile might seem a little bit like not really concrete, as opposed to the last two that were a little bit more concrete. This one is kind of like up in the air, like kind of like a balloon that's flying. And I'm giving you the balloon that's flying in the air, and you need to grab the string and pin it down. So it's like whatever you guys are struggling with right now, it's like you literally have the answers. Like I keep going back to this woman literally holding the damn book in her hand, looking at us saying, can you help me? I need some information. It's like you have the scroll, you have the book, you have a spirit guide, you have nature guides, you have more books here, and it looks like if you go up those stairs, you're probably going to go to a library with even more books. Like, what do you mean you're asking us for help? So I think your spirit guides are kind of like yes, of course they're going to help you when you ask them for help, but they're kind of looking at you like, why do you think that we, your spirit guides or God or the universe or whoever who is external to you, why do you think that we have more information than you? You're as old of a soul as we are. Like, I would be surprised. You might even be older than your spirit guides, or just as old in terms of soul wise as they are. So they're looking at you like, why are you asking us? Like, it's not like they don't know the answer. They do know the answer, but they're kind of like, you know the answer too. It's like when two people go to the same school. If two people went to freaking Oxford and they took the same degree and they graduated with the same GPA and they end up working at the same company, and person A goes to person B all the time and says, hey, can you give me the answer for this? It's like, dude, we were in the same classes for the last 4 years. What are you doing? Like, we literally graduated from the same school with the same GPA, and we were in the same so sorry, I just got distracted because I got a comment. You know, this is the energy that I'm picking up from this group. It's like your spirit guides are looking at you, and yes, they like helping, but I feel like their purpose in your life for this incarnation has less to do with helping you get information as it is to like remind you in a way. It's like to kind of probe you and push you in a way. It's like with other people, maybe their spirit guides are there to like really guide them, like really kind of like put them on a boat and try to the waters, if you just when you get on the boat, if you just let the waters take you, I feel like maybe most people, their spirit guides are there, they're kind of akin to the waters, just taking them. And yes, of course, the people with their egoic self and them being incarnated, they can take the rows and like row in the wrong direction, etc. But when you're still, your spirit guides being the waters would just like row you to the right direction. But with you guys, it's more like you are the water. You are the water, you are the boat, you are the row, the paddles, and your spirit guides are not the water. Like for most people, they are the water. For you, you are the water. So it's kind of like their only job is to stand there and like kind of poke you. So if you're just standing, I'm having a vision of someone standing kind of at the edge of water, like right at the docks, and the boat is there. And they need to get on the boat to get to the other island because that's where they need to go. And they're just standing there thinking, okay, where's the captain of this boat? It's like a little boat. Hey, it's not a ship. Like, where's the captain? And furthermore, I kind of need to wait for a wave of the water. Like you might be waiting for the water to start moving so you can see, okay, which general direction do you need to go in? Because this is like before the time of maps or compasses or anything like that. Like you need to pay attention to the waves of the water to see which direction you need to go. And so you're waiting for the waves of the water to move. You're waiting for the captain to come in this tiny like canoe or kayak or whatever those boats are called. And you're standing at the docks waiting. I'm seeing this vision clearly, and it's nighttime on top of it. And then you're just like, where are they? Whereas most people, they would get into the boat, and then yes, the waters will start moving them. But for you, it's like the waters are not going to move until you get into the boat and say, waters, move. And it's like your spirit guides, it's like their job in this incarnation is to like poke you. So I'm seeing you standing at the docks and them like poking you in your side. Like here, I'm seeing it from behind. Like they're standing right behind and they're poking you right here. If you ever do feel touches, you might actually feel touches sometimes of like something like kind of brushing you or poking you a little bit somewhere. It might be specifically, you might feel it here, but in the back, or it could be anywhere on your body. You might feel like random little brushes. This reading is kind of odd, but I really, if you're at this reading, I kind of feel like this is all making sense to you, because it's like, why are you waiting on them? It's like, you are just as powerful as they are. Seriously, you're just as knowledgeable as they are. Like, quite frankly, like, I really feel like if they decided to incarnate, you would be their spirit guides too, because you guys are like in the same spirit group. You guys are the same ages. You guys have the same informations, the same wisdoms. You guys have the same level of evolution. So it's kind of like you guys are all equals here. There's no like leader. So you have all the information that you need to create the life that you need to create with this nurture the magical child here. Like, you're literally magical. You guys might have inherent magical abilities, manifestation abilities, all that, but all of you guys have knowledge. This reading is all about knowledge. The thinking woman, we have the wisdom card there. But with this magician in the mirror and this the shaman's child card there, it's like you guys are like shamans, your sages, your shamans, your channels, your mediums, your master manifestors. And it's like you're waiting on the universe to manifest for you. And it's like, why don't you do it yourself? It's like, imagine like Leonardo da Vinci walks into an art studio with like an empty canvas and the brushes there and the paint, and they're all set up, and he's just sitting there saying, okay, where's our teacher? And everyone's looking at him like, dude, have you lost your mind? Like, this is the energy that I'm picking up from this group. So with this contract here in reverse, it's kind of like you don't really have a contract for this incarnation. Like, I'm not even sure what you're doing here. This is a different reading, and this reading is already getting longer than the other ones and longer than I intended. But it's like, you might think that you're stuck, but you're not. It's like the universe is just waiting for you. I don't know how else to explain this. It's like your victory is dependent on you actually doing something. And you probably have a lot of power in your words here with this fifth chakra next to the action card. And also with the thinking woman next to the magician in the mirror. You guys have a lot of power in your fifth chakra and your sixth chakra. So visualizations and thoughts, the thoughts that you think, the words that you speak, and the words that you write down, all have a lot of power. They actually seem to have more power than anything you can do with your hands. So hopefully that's going to help you. That will give you a place to start. How do you manifest? How do you get this thing moving? Try speaking it into existence. Try writing it into existence. Try thinking it into existence and visualizing it. Like, I'm really picking up, like, seriously, it's like you went to the same school as these people and you're asking them for help. It's like their only job is to make sure that you don't drown. Because if it's dark and you forget who you are, which basically is what Earth is, you might jump into the water and drown. So their only job here is to like pull you back up and like be like snap out of it, just to make sure you don't go crazy. I don't feel like that, and to poke you in the right direction to get to the information. Like, if you need to literally go to a library, their only job is to like poke you so that you just randomly walk past this beautiful library and think, oh my God, I want to go in. This could be literal, or this could be just metaphorical. It's definitely metaphorical, but it could also be literal. Their only job is to just make sure you get to the library. Their job is not to like, I don't know, help you absorb all of this information. Like, it's like you literally have the keys to the library. It's like the library, like the librarian of like the grandest library in the entire world. The doors are locked. Regular people are waiting to get into the library. You come, you're the head librarian, and you're standing there like, when are they going to open the door so we can go in? I need to study for this class. It's like you literally have the keys. So I don't know how else to explain this. I really hope this is making sense to you guys. So I'm going to leave it there. Those are your messages. I hope that helped you, and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 4. Welcome to your reading. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? So they want you to know that you're going to get through this. You seem to be going through a very difficult time in your life right now, and it seems to have something to do with love of any kind, like you getting your heart broken by people and by situations, whether it's romantic, family, friends, just life in general, that seems to be constantly breaking your heart. And things seem to not be going in the direction that you want them to go. And this seems to be something that has been going on for a very long time, like a long, long time. And you might be wondering, like, why is the universe against me? Or why are people against me? Or why do these things always happen to me? There is a real need for you to separate yourself from these situations and these people and to go your own way. I did pull an extra card for you from this deck almost unconsciously. Like I just randomly picked up the deck and like flicked it, and a card kind of came up and I pulled it. So that was just your spirit guides trying to get me to get this third card for you guys, which is Go Your Own Way, Medina. It's like, are you guys stuck in like family expectations? It seems like it's like people expect things from you that you don't want. This seems to be family related. It's like maybe your family expects you to get married or get married to a certain person, or they expect you to go to a certain school and take a certain degree, or they expect you to, it's a lot of expectations here that are not your own. And you feel trapped here with this attachment card. This is coming off like family. Mind you, of course, this is general reading. If this is not family, don't think this is not your reading. It's just the undercurrent energies will be the same. You're attached somewhere that you don't love, but you feel obligated to stay there because you love the people, if that makes sense. So it's like you hate your family, but you love them, or your romantic partner, or whatever this is. It's like you need to transform with that hope card, the rising phoenix. There's a need for you to grow up. Let's be real here. This is really coming off heavily as someone who is stuck under their family's thumb. There's a need for you to grow up. The phoenix starts off as a baby. Of course, like every other animal, grows into an adult. When it gets really old, it burns, it lights itself on fire, turns into ash. A new baby is born, or it is reborn from the ashes. It's like you're stuck in some sort of stage. You're stuck in an infancy stage. And with that nurture your tribe, star mother, I see you kind of stuck in an infancy stage with like an overbearing mother. Now this mother, if this is not family, you would have to take whatever this is that is overbearing and put that into the mother, because there is something that you can easily pinpoint. Either it's a group of people or a situation that you can easily pinpoint as being an overbearing mother. And you need to substitute that for the mother if it's not your actual mother. But I feel like a lot of you guys, it's your mother. And it's funny with this Go Your Own Way card. It's like she's a very sweet girl, but she's also a grown adult. And look, she's cradling a baby. It's like your mother's trying to keep you as a baby, and you're letting her keep you as a baby. It's like you're supposed to be this grown-ass wolf already, but it's like because you're still stuck in your mother's arms, you can't grow. And you feel like trapped, like you feel like, okay, this is my purpose in life. It's to submit to my mother's wishes. Whatever this mother is for you, if it's not your real mother, your actual mother. With this patience card, I'm really seeing a need to thaw out It's like someone's trapping you. You're frozen. You want to move. You want to go somewhere else in your life, but you're frozen. You're stuck. And with the adjacent possibility cards being in reverse right next to it, it's like you can't move. You can't leave. You can't grasp other options while you're frozen. And this, with the patience card being upright instead of reverse, it's like a period of you being frozen and waiting. It's like waiting for instructions before you can move. And it's like the instructions are telling you to remain frozen or to remain in an infancy stage. The instructions never come to tell you to grow up and to take accountability for your own life, for your own self. The instructions always come telling you to remain underneath someone's thumb, some situation's thumb, some people's thumb, some person's thumb. So this is why this card came out at the end, because this is what your spirit guides are actually telling you to do. All of this here is just telling you what's happening. And this is why I sort of unconsciously pulled this last card. It's because your spirit guides are telling you to literally go your own way. And I'm going to read from this book. I just felt called to do this. It's very short. Let me find it. Let me read from this guidebook. Okay, it says, go your own way, Medina. You have the right to choose to live outside the accepted paradigm and social system. Protect the defenseless creatures who also have the right to live. The Slavic wild woman of the forest, Medina, was young when she chose to live in the greenwood, defending ecosystems and their inhabitants. She loved and protected animals and the glorious trees that sheltered them. When a hunter or woodcutter entered her forest, she would shapeshift into a wolf and drive them away. It's funny, sorry, that we mentioned shape-shifting, and you have the ultimate shape-shifter here, which is the phoenix. Medina chose not to marry. Didn't I mention something about marriage? I did say something about marriage. I'm just going to leave that there. Medina chose not to marry, preferring to rule her forest domain escorted by wolves. Her sacred animal was the hare. There are venerated stones in the forest called hare churches and places where a wolf footprint is carved into the rock to honor her. It is healthy and natural to wish to leave everything and run wild for a while. So it is definitely healthy and natural for you to feel like you want to separate yourself from these people without being a bad daughter. You feel a lot of guilt. You're like, if I leave these people, I'm going to be a bad daughter. I'm going to be a bad mother. But it's like the book says, it's healthy and natural for you to want to leave and run wild for a while, because it's like you have a lot of expectations on you. It's like people put all of their expectations on you. It's like you have to do everything. This is coming off heavily like you guys are daughters. Or if you're not, you're the complete flip and you're mothers yourself. But it's like your children and your husband are controlling you. It might even be your in-laws are controlling you like they're your mother. So instead of you being the mother to your children, it's like your children are controlling you if you are indeed a mother. Instead of you being an equal partner with your husband, it's like your husband is like controlling you, like he gave birth to you or something. There's like a weird hierarchy here that is unbalanced, and you are at the lower end of this pecking order. So you have to go your own way. This is what your spirit guides are ultimately telling you to do. Go your own way. Don't feel guilty for it. And again, something about marriage popped up again. So this could be a marital problem, or it could be your parents forcing you into a marriage, or you could just feel, it just could be that you feel married to these people or the situation, like you feel contractually bound to these people or this situation. You have no other choice, again, with that attachment card. So you definitely do have a choice. But it's like, as long as you remain here in this frozen state, you won't be able to see these other choices, these other options. You won't be able to move, even if you can see them in your peripheral. Because like, say she's an ice statue, but of course she's a human. As long as she thaws out, then she turns back into a human with motion, and an animated human. Even though you can sense it and see these opportunities in your peripheral, if you can't move to them because you're frozen, then you can't move to them. So it's like, you need to thaw yourself out. And it's like the instructions you're receiving from this overbearing mother is telling you to remain thawed and to remain as a child. So yeah, that your spirit guides want you to stand up for yourself and go your own way. You have to stand up for yourself. If you were drawn to another pile, there's another pile where I kept talking about you, the person needing to stand up for themselves and speak their truth, and to strengthen their boundaries. If you were drawn to two piles and you came from that other pile, this is double confirmation. You need to stand up for yourself, and you need to assert your boundaries and make decisions for yourself. Don't make decisions. I don't even see you making decisions. It's like that other group, I saw them making decisions, but they were making decisions based on lack and feeling stuck. Yes, you are, I do see you being stuck. I mean, stuck. I'm putting that in quotes. But I don't even see you making the decision. Like, of course, the lack of a decision is a decision technically, but it's like I don't see you actively making a decision to stay like the other group. I see you just not having an opinion about anything. You're like a robot, like a child. Like, children have opinions, but if their parents tell you children can't have opinions and you can't tell us your opinion, then they shut up and they don't tell anyone their opinions. And if you're a robot servant, then you don't have opinions. Because I don't even see you, like, yes, you might of course you want to leave, but you feel so guilty that you feel like you're stuck with these people. And I don't even see you making an active decision to stay. I just see you accepting whatever people put on your plate. So I'm going to leave that there. Your spirit guides want you to go your own way. That's what they want. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you, and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading.